This week on Chicago Beer Pass, Nick and I are talking about the end of Chicago Craft Beer Week and how awesome Wells Park is, and then we get into some of the upcoming events you need to be checking out, like the Booze Cruise. All that and more on this week's episode.
Yeah, because, you get a cork popped out, boop, it just flies like fucking 10 feet. We're like, yeah, let's do it. The legend, Mr. Pete Crowley. I love Pete Crowley, man.
How's that beer? It's what you think it is.
It'll be like the stuff you hear. You ever go to, every time you go to Floyd's, all the music sounds like this. Raw, raw, raw.
Hey, and welcome to Chicago Beer Pass. I'm Brad Chmielewski.
Hey, Brad, I'm Nik White.
And although we did a show last week, it feels like it's been so long.
Yeah, man. The extended holiday
Weekend.
The summer button has been pressed officially in Chicago. Perfect weather. Yeah. And
Chicago Beer Week Chicago Craft Beer Week has come to a close.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But we're back at it. Chicago Beer Week never ends for us. It's always Chicago drinking.
It's always Chicago Craft Beer Week around here, Brad.
And I was at the store today, and I saw these cans from Finch's.
Now, is this the new and improved Finch's Beer Company?
So I thought the new Finch's is going to be called Finch.
That's right. They're switching it up. Ben Finch is out, and they're changing the name from Finch's to Finch.
Right. That's what I thought was happening.
Yeah, I think you're right.
But this still says Finch's Beer Company. Maybe it's just until they get everything changed over, this is what's happening. But the fact that these were in 12-ounce cans kind of made me pick them up because I saw the other ones next, Threadless, I don't know, what's the yellow one?
Yeah, the really good red ale, the Fascist Pig.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then there's a stout, really good stout too.
So I saw some of those, and I was like, well, this doesn't make any sense.
Because the original format was Tallboy,
right.
16-ounce 4-packs, right? Mm-hmm. Okay.
So why, maybe it's part of their, rebranding is to introduce these 12-ounce cans because I think there's probably a little bias in picking up Tallboy cans. People are kind of like, maybe you don't want to have that if you're going to sit down for, one beer at night.
Yeah, that's true.
For some
people.
I
didn't think about that. Yeah, the format you choose is just almost as important, right, as what's in it sometimes, right? I know the new Pipeworks cans are Tallboy 4-packs. So I think Daisy Cutter and Half Acre, those might have been the original local 4-pack Tallboys. So you get into there's some serious competition in that Tallboy format. Like you might want to just go to 6-packs there.
I guess you have a lot there. You got Rev.
Oh yeah, Revs. Yeah, Revs got.
You got Alarmist. You got. I bet Beguile starts doing cans soon. I don't know.
So a lot of competition in this town. Oh yeah, so this is the Sungasm Belgian Pale Ale, 4.5% from Finch.
So low ABV. I'm a big fan of Belgian Pale Ales.
This is good. Mm-hmm. This is a good beer. Maybe they're calling it Sungasm because of the way it pours. Like we had a couple gushers here.
So let's open one up.
Yeah.
If you're watching the video, you might be able to see this, but both of our other cans basically exploded on us. So we'll see if we can get this either in the video or at least hear it on the audio. And that one opened up perfect.
Man.
Now
we look like we're telling a fib here, man.
Oh my gosh. But the other two we opened and it looked like it leaked underneath the seal of the cans too. So that was kind of interesting. Well, that one opened really nicely.
Okay, so we take it all back.
Open the rest and they'll explode. That was just happened to be the one that made it.
Yeah, good to see Finch in 4-packs. They're 6-packs. 6-packs. Their restaurant's going to be opening soon. The space they took over from Break Room. So.
Yeah, so it seems like a summer offering from them.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll sip on this and definitely recommend revisiting Finch here if you have been turned off from it for a while.
I'd agree with that. I'd say give them another chance. Mm-hmm. Yeah. The stuff I've had recently from them was pretty tasty.
Yeah.
Yeah, all revamped recipes. So yeah, they're doing things differently over there.
Mm-hmm. Very true. So should we get into this week as Chicago Craft Beer Week comes to an end? It ended with Wells Park.
Yes.
I was gone.
Yeah, man, you were in the Golden State, man. How was that, man?
Yeah, I was in San Francisco. Amazing weather there.
Yeah.
No rain.
So you beer stuff, just vacation?
More vacation stuff, but there's always beer stuff,
Yeah, that's
right?
true. Yeah.
We picked up some cans, definitely hanging out, drinking at the apartment. Made it over to 21st Amendment. Buddy found some Pliny the Elder. He wanted some bottles to take back. He called, I don't know, like a dozen liquor stores looking for it, and
Yeah.
everyone, most of them like laughed at him that he was like wanted to get it. The place we made it to had it in the back.
There you go.
It was like a 1 bottle limit, but they ended up giving him 2 bottles.
Wild goose chase for the Pliny.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like I guess the brewery is like maybe like almost 90 minutes, maybe 2 hours on some days north of there.
Yeah.
So you can't just roll up there.
Can't just head out there. And we didn't have a car.
Yeah.
So
That'd be a problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As far as other brewery stops, I don't think we went to Magnolia Pub.
Oh yeah, the original one down in Haight.
Yeah, so
Right
we
on.
checked that out. Got oysters. And went to the smallest bar, the Black Horse London Pub.
Mm-hmm.
It fits like maybe 20 people in there.
Really?
Yes.
That sounds kinda cool.
Ken did a tour on his Snapchat, which is long gone by now. But if you follow Ken on Snapchat, you might have saw that. But yeah, there was shotguns involved at this bar. There was like doing shotguns, not
Oh.
like the gun, not like an actual gun.
Like a little gunplay here?
The beer is served in a bathtub. There's no fridge there.
Really?
It's just they toss it in the bathtub.
That's groovy, man. I know like downtown, I think like Milk Bar holds like 8 people, you know. Cherry Circle Room holds like 20 people. That's an interesting concept. Super snug bars like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a fun trip. I definitely missed not being at the Wells Park though.
Yeah, closing ceremonies, man. Grand closing. So the first thing I noticed about this Wells Park situation was like, man, you know, like some breweries, this is the only time we'll see them. We talked about Scratch, and then we talked about Peace. I talked to Jonathan Cutler at Peace, and he was like, you know, this is the only fest we'll do because if we do any other, we can't do any other fest because then we'd have to take beer off of at our pub.
Oh,
You know?
okay.
And he's like, we might do a tap takeover somewhere, but then again, we'd have to pour some guest beer at our place because literally every drop is going just for Peace. So, you know, in a week, you get to see Peace for the only time all year
That's true.
at 2 festivals. I hadn't
never
thought
thought
about that
about it,
either.
yeah.
Yeah. They had 2 really good offerings. Scratch was there again, and it was a similar concept we were talking about. A couple of guys directed me towards the Green Lady. They said that there's a couple of kegs of Scratch on right now. They got 2 different beers over there.
Okay.
So that was pretty cool. It was a fun time, man. That space is kind of perfect for an outdoor party. Really.
It's huge. There's a lot of room to like wander around, and you basically kind of almost get lost a little bit, even though like you can see, but you're like on one side, and you
Yeah.
gotta like work your way around, and
Yeah.
some nice movement happening there.
Exactly. DJ right in the middle, rare beer tent right in the middle. I took the time to like you catch up with some of the old timers, you know, like there's little Stevie Hamburg, you know, Mike Miller, and we start talking about breweries from like the '80s, and I always get a kick out of that. Right?
Okay, cool.
Like you know, Wine Keller, and you know, and the original Beta Brow run by this guy Pavevich, who was a cop. You know, like these breweries before my time. But you know, Spiteful Brewing, man, they put on a barrel aged Malevolence, which was their FOBAD winner this year.
Yeah.
And dude, it had to be like the longest line of the day. It had to be maybe like 150 people in this line.
Longest line is Spiteful.
Yeah, just like a ridiculous showing for Spiteful. So I went around and tried a few brews that, you know, I just asked people what they were drinking. And somebody, I forget who, I got to find out. They had a zero, not zero ABV, a zero IBU
Okay.
IPA.
So it was used with something else like squash. Or,
Yeah, but it smelled just like, you know, like fresh hops, like fresh German hops. It was a super, super weird beer, man. Arclight from Michigan, they were there with some really nice sour beers. You know, like a tart cherry and then like a sweet cherry. They're from like, you know, Watervliet, Michigan,
Yeah.
up there. You know, there's a meadery in Valparaiso called Misbehaving. Everyone was raving over there. They had a smoked coconut mead, which was really good. Of course, Regal Rye was there. And then, yeah, it was a kind of fest where like you'd see dogs, you'd see small children, you know, and those things were really cool to see, you know, just super mellow vibe at this thing. Yeah.
so it feels like almost an extension of the opening party at Bug, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because you're seeing a lot of the same people. It's such a big fest, and it kind of has that same like vibe, like outside in the park.
Yeah,
Feeling.
I think they've really dialed in what it takes to, get the right amount of volunteers and the right amount of tickets and spacing to throw like a really good event. They're really good at this. Like that was, I'm glad we didn't do tours this weekend. I was like, what am I gonna do? I'm like, dude, let me go check out Wells Park.
Yeah.
It was a really good time.
Nice.
Yeah, kind of like the perfect way to end it, honestly.
Any other standout beers that you had that day?
02100 from Tribes. I really like that beer.
Okay.
And then the Beta Brow stuff was all pretty good. They got like 4 or 5 beers on. They were all fantastic. I got to try a 350 collaboration with Hailstorm. It's a strawberry Kolsch, which I really dug, and Purple Line. I finally got to try Purple Line from Smiley Brothers, who I've never been there.
And both the 350 and Hailstorm are in Lombard, right?
Tinley Park.
Tinley Park. Sorry.
Yeah, they're both in the same town. So Tinley Park, just south of the city.
Okay.
Yeah.
Lombard, that's where.
Bang and Gavel, or maybe Noon Whistle.
Yeah,
those
Noon
cats
Whistle's
are.
that, yeah.
Sure.
Oh man, yeah. I ended I don't know. I put up a video for Chicago Craft Beer Week.
Yeah.
And it ended with me at the airport, and I was like, you should have ended with Wells Park.
Yeah.
I think Bug is a fantastic and awesome event.
Yeah.
But Wells Park, it's easy to get to for most people. It's here on the north side, and it's off the train. Train's not too far from it, and I think a lot more friendly places to park your bike.
And then the post game situation is really serious over there. The Northman, Half Acre, Bad Apple, all within walking distance.
Did you head anywhere afterwards?
I actually went south.
Okay.
I went south. I did. I went to Blue Island Beer Company.
What?
Yeah, I ended up. I got this car now.
Oh my gosh! So, you went from one end of the city to the other. You're like.
Yeah, I always wanted to go to Blue Island, man. Check his place out.
Were they at Wells Park?
Yes, they were there. Yeah, I tried some of his stuff. I really dug it. You go to his place. He's got a rye barley wine on, and he's got a couple really nice coffee stouts and a coffee pale ale and a nice IPA. Oh, so you get out there, and his space looks gorgeous, man. It's like it used to be an old Dodge dealership.
Okay.
And then so he's like, yeah, come check the place out. So I go in, and it never ends. Like you can see the brew house from behind the bar, and you think, oh, well, this is just it, just tanks, just like in any place. But it extends. There's a room behind that where they got like a mini golf setup, and then a room behind that where they do concerts. It's like this never-ending sprawling space.
What?
It's deceptively large. You have to go check it out. It's really good. Yeah. So that's where I ended up after Wells Park. Yeah.
Old Dodge dealership. So
it's an old Dodge dealership with this really beautiful, like mahogany trestle, like tressed, arched kind of walkway theme throughout.
Okay.
Kind of like big, wide, arching ceilings. And I don't know why I'm making these hands like we're playing fucking charades. But yeah, the space is really big and really cool.
That's cool. How long did it take you to get from like Wells Park over there?
We're talking a good 45.
Okay.
Good 45 in the car. Yeah, because that's like Western and 123rd, something like that.
Yeah.
Same street as Rock Island Public Grill and Maple Tree Inn, all right on the block. It's like a little main street right there.
Okay.
There's like 4 or 5 bars back to back to back and a brewery. So.
Yeah, I think I need to just pick a weekend and just head out there, like bite the bullet. It is far, but yeah, spend some time out there, check it out.
Yeah, Brian Shimkos, he's formerly of Half Acre, formerly of Flossmoor Station, and he said he also brewed at Rock Bottom.
Yeah, and he brewed at Berghoff.
Oh, I didn't know that. Yeah.
He's been quite a few places. Yeah.
I think, in 2 of those programs, like Home of Flossmoor and Rock Bottom, 2 very underrated, lineages there. You talk about Rock Bottom, he told me Jared brewed at Rock Bottom for a little bit.
I didn't know that.
I didn't know that. Yeah, Pete Crowley, Davin from, Wiseacre, Haley's over there winning World Cups, so.
But yeah, he's one of the 3 brewers from Flossmoor Station, right?
Yeah.
Or maybe 4 now. 3 or 4, yeah.
Yeah, so.
All right, cool. Well,
Good
sounds
stuff.
like a pretty good weekend. You kind of lucked out, I think, with the brew bus getting canceled that day.
We seat 20 people. We had 6 in the morning tour, 6 at night tour, slow week, and we're like, why don't you guys combine? And they were like, no, we're not doing that. We're like, yeah, well, we're gonna go ahead and cancel and go to Wells Park then. There's that.
All right. You're gonna roll the dice on another can here.
Oh man.
Let's see.
Wait, is this one open?
That one's
no,
open.
I'm gonna drink
Oh, you're gonna do that.
Copping out.
Oh man, I wanted to see if it would happen.
I'm curious. We'll see.
See, it does.
These are heady, man. This is a very heady beer, man. The packaging on this, I don't know, but
I think it has, switching from tall boys to, 12-ounce cans has its, you got to change things up. You got to dial it in a little bit. And I think it's not right yet for the 12-ounce cans. And it's kind of sad that this might be the first time some people revisit half eight or finches.
Yeah, that's true.
And then the cans explode on them. And then,
Yeah. You're going to be hanging out, on your couch, and this will happen. Yeah.
Yeah. Because, I open up cans on the couch all the time because you're like, I'm an adult. I'm not going to spill this. And then it explodes on you, and you're like, I'm sorry. Look at whoever's with you. You're like, I don't know. And they're like, yeah, don't open it on the couch. Damn it. All right. Well, should we get into this coming week without Chicago Craft Beer Week? Is there even anything to talk about?
We're sliding directly into summer, man. Festivals every weekend, man. Let's mainly in the suburbs this week. So
Okay.
both Friday and Saturday, big parties in the burbs. But we'll start in the city on the northwest side, Jefferson Park. The Jefferson Park Chamber of Commerce is hosting a Brews and Blues event. So it's a free event, and then you just buy your beers. But they're going to have combine the two at the Copernicus Center on North Lawrence. So there'll be 7 breweries there, including Lake Effect, Finch's, Ale Syndicate, those guys. That's from 7 to 10, June 3rd, June already. So 7 p.m. up in Jeff Park. That's Friday.
Okay.
Yeah. Saturday is the 5th annual Mundelein Craft Beer Fest out of Mundelein. The Ballpark Ale Fest out at Rockford's. There's a minor league stadium
The
called...
Mundelein one takes place at Tighthead, I believe, or like in the parking lot.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think the Tighthead guys put that together.
Yeah.
So that's a collab between Mundelein Community Connections and Tighthead. That's a $45 ticket.
That's pretty good. Okay.
Yeah. So 5 years of that fest already.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Tighthead's fun. They're good beers. They're chill water. They really haven't done a lot of big things, but what they do is really good. They just they're good.
No, they're Irie, they're IPA, and it was like a blind taste test IPA contest recently, and it finished in second place behind Torpedo from Sierra Nevada.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and I think they're doing most of their damage in the burbs. I don't see them around town too much, but
not often. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's a good reason to get out there. They're hosting that fest, and then Grays Lake is not too far from Mundelein. So a little bit further north there. They're doing 80 different breweries, 250 beers up in Grays Lake, Illinois.
Nice.
So it's festival season, man.
And then in the city is on the boat.
Yeah, Brewfest Partners, man. This is a $49 ticket, Sunday, June 5th at 12:30, leaving from Navy Pier on the Mystic Blue. This is the second of 3 boats that Curt Foreman and Brewfest Partners are putting on. This is the Chicago Small Brewers cruise.
Okay.
So, yeah.
I will be at that.
Right on.
I'm going to go to that. I got a bunch of friends who are going to. They all bought tickets, and so it should be fun. Haven't been on a boat in Chicago in a while. I think there's only maybe 1 or 2 other times I've even done that.
Yeah.
So it's fun because you went to the last one.
Yeah, and I had a blast on a Sunday. Sunday's a good slot. Sunday drinking's a little different,
Yeah, you have to be a little careful.
Yeah. It's and it's on a boat. It cruises Lake Michigan. You go up and down, the world's most beautiful skyline for 3 hours. It's a real treat, man. It's that season.
Okay. So I'll be looking for that and definitely get tickets. We'll probably tweet it out as well and include link in the notes here.
Yeah.
And so that's Sunday. Anything else for the weekend or coming up in the week?
No, that's it. We got a couple big fests we'll talk about next weekend at Lincoln Park Zoo and at Buckingham Fountain.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Nice. Well, this is a very short episode here. We didn't have the beer explode.
Yeah.
And we're running through these events. You're gonna try?
We're going for it. All right. Yeah. Got a little bit of news. Yeah. There we go.
A little bit. Not as much as our other ones.
Yeah.
Okay. This is just the episode where we see if beer can explode. That's the theme of it. All right, so we got some beer news.
Yeah, Delilah's.
Yeah.
They held their 8th annual Sour Beer Festival. The guys sold 360 tickets to this thing. He says it's the largest one they've ever done. So cheers to them, man. They were very excited about that.
Nice. And so the Delilah's Fest usually happens with it's all bottles mostly.
Yeah, it's bottles and then some drafts. And And this year it had to be upstairs and downstairs because it was almost 370 people there. So.
Yeah. Speaking of that, I went to an event right before I left. It was called Jeffer Does Acid.
Okay.
Or Jeffer Drops Acid.
No, what is this? Jeffer Drops Acid.
So he is, I believe, the man or like the head person at Bottle Works, right?
Okay.
Barrel Works, which is Firestone
this
Walker's sour division or sister.
Right. It's like their little sister barrel program, right?
Yeah. So he was talking all about like the acid levels in beers and what to look for and what it takes and what they look for.
Is this the one that was in the basement at Haymarket?
Yeah.
Okay. That sounds cool.
That was like, the amount of like information there was just like nuts because he is super smart on it. And he's like showing like charts with like atom breakdowns and all these numbers, and you're like, I don't even brew beer, so I don't even know like all this and that. So it was pretty cool.
Yeah. Especially in that space, right?
Yeah.
Because they got a really small barrel program down there at Haymarket. Yeah. And the ceilings are like maybe 6 feet tall.
Yeah, it's the tiny space. There was like 20 people down there hearing this talk. So that was cool. But yeah, you learn a lot, like just about sour beers and stuff to think about as you are drinking them, and like how just because the acid level's the same, it may not taste the same. Like the taste is different than. So it was cool.
Yeah, he Matt Brindleson is the brewmaster at Firestone, and then this guy is like the I guess like the barrel program manager guy. Like
I think he's probably got an awesomer title than that. I don't know, because I feel like he's just in charge of barrel works.
Yeah,
like whatever they do, they're not necessarily brewing.
They're probably more into like blending. Yeah.
I don't know. Like I don't know the exact stuff behind barrel works.
Yeah. So this was one of the last events of Chicago Craft Beer Week, special event. That's cool. Yeah.
But should we get out of here then? We got this nice weather to enjoy, boats to catch.
Man.
Nick, where can people find you? Get in touch.
Right on, man. I'm on Twitter at Nicosio.
And I'm on Twitter at BRAD. Chicago Beer Pass is on Twitter at Chicago Beer Pass. We've been tweeting out more stuff there, posting photos, links to other things, so check us out. But Facebook's probably the best place to see photos of beer menus or beers at bars or just where Nick and I might be. So check that out. We also share other events there that we don't talk about on here, or tickets that you need to get, like for this Buckingham Fountain event. Or I even saw some news about a Illinois Brewers Festival that the Guild is putting on that sometime in June, so we may share details on that soon. So keep an eye out there. And then the website, chicagobeerpass.com. All the episodes are posted there. Links to iTunes, Stitcher, the YouTube version that it was not as interesting as we thought it was going to be this time, but it's there. So definitely check that out, and be sure to share and tell your friends about this and grab a beer. So, cheers.
Cheers.